When I was a teenager, I got mixed up with the wrong crowd. One of the girls I started hanging out with was Shantella Ferguson. Shantella introduced me to a gentleman by the name of Mark Strickland. Mark started telling me about how easy it was to rob the store because he had robbed it before several times. I was thinking that, okay, it sounds easy. Mark gave us clothes to put on, the trench coat. He provided the gun. The gun was a sawed-off shotgun. It had a red scarf tied around it. I said, okay, did the gun have any bullets in it? He said, no, it only takes one bullet, but there aren't any bullets in it. When Shantella and I entered the store, I just pulled the gun out and said, give me the money. When Shawna was pulling the money out of the register, the gun just went off. I was like, oh my God, what the heck? I didn't know what to think. I didn't hold the gun to Shawna's face and shoot her. I don't remember pulling the trigger on the gun. I grabbed the money and ran. Can I take a break? I just really hate that all this happened. I didn't know it was a bullet in the gun at all. I just really feel bad, you know what I'm saying, shooting somebody and stuff. I was picked up by the police and I was charged with felonious assault and robbery. I just felt lost, scared. I knew that I was gonna be gone for a long time. I just felt alone. Once that jail door closed, I was alone. I was only 14 years old at the time. I ended up serving 6-year sentence for the crime that I committed. When I was in jail, I made a conscious decision to turn my life around. I regret what happened. It's important for Shawna to know that I didn't mean to hurt her, even though I do take full responsibility for what I done, but my intentions were never to shoot her. It's kind of upsetting to know that Shawna had to go through all that because of me. I wish she never had to go through any of this. It's been 21 years since I've seen Shawna. In the back of my mind, I don't think about Shawna. God has closed that part of my life out. I've just been moving on, moving forward with my life. I feel like I paid my debt to society and as well as to Shawna because I done my time in jail.
Well, I have asked Shawna and her mother to wait backstage while I speak to Jerrie alone. Now, Jerrie has not seen the damage she has done to Shawna's face all these years later, but she was listening to the first part of the show and certainly heard the emotional damage caused by the shooting. So what do you think about what you heard?
Basically, I'm sorry that Shawna feels like, I don't know where she got the point that I came in the store, kicked her down on the ground and put a gun to her face. That's a lie. I didn't do anything like that. And I feel like I'm 14 years old. I was 14 years old. I'm looking at her, she's looking at me, shaking her head at me.
Well, talk to me. I'm doing the interviews. You can talk to me.
Well, I just don't like the fact that how they made up big lies about me to come on this show and say that I came in the store. I guess I heard her say something about put a gun point blank to her face. That's not what happened. When I came into the store, I didn't say everybody get down on the ground. I just pulled the gun out like the guy told me to and said, give me the money. And when she was giving me the money, the gun went off. I don't appreciate that. Hearing that back there really upset me because really I didn't have to come on this show. I already did my time in jail, 6 years. And then the past is behind me, but I wanted to do this just to let Shawna know that I never did anything like that.
She's saying what her recollection of this was. And I do appreciate you being here because I think you can give something to her that can help her a lot in her life right now. And you say that you didn't come up in there with all this, everybody get on the floor and put a gun point blank to her face and shoot her.
No, absolutely not.
But the fact is, she was shot point blank.
Yeah, she
correct?
was shot. It wasn't point blank. I didn't stick a gun up to her face. When I took the gun out, it was a hair trigger gun. It only took 3 pounds of pressure to go off. If I shot her point blank, they would have charged me with attempted murder.
You have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.